All right, here we go. Week 2, Coach Hagen. Week 1, done and in the books. Don't need to spend a ton of time on it. Just talk a little bit about, okay, we're heading into week 2. We've got McCray this week. We've got Canby as well. What do you see that's got to improve from week 1 to week 2?
Well, a lot of things. A lot of things need to improve. A lot of it's timing, screening bodies, playing defense, rebounding, taking care of the basketball. All those things we need to get better on. And I think that's going to happen the more these girls play together. So putting those 2 games in the rear view and moving on and trying to continue to build some chemistry with what we got here.
There you go. Tonight, it's McCray. A rivalry game. You know, it's interesting. I was talking to Brad a little bit, you know, and he was talking about he remembers some of the games that, you know, the boys used to play with them, where there was like a 5-year stretch where it seemed like he was saying every game was decided by one possession. You know, can you think back to you when you played? You know, did you have any teams that you felt was a rivalry, whether it was a border team like McCray or maybe just somebody else that you played against? Can you think back to that and what you remember?
Absolutely. McCray's always been a big rivalry, you know, throughout the years. You know, I'm sure they've had their down years, but they've had many, many good years. And like Brad was relating to, you know, back in his day, they had some very good teams. And you know, that continued on into when I was in high school. We had some close games. Yeah, McCray was definitely one of the bigger rivalries in the area for sure.
And the thing is well, especially now combined with so many other sports as well, and being border towns, I mean, you know your opponent so well, somewhat on a personal level too.
Yep. No, yeah. I mean, there was lots of times back in the day we'd have to look up in the crowd and see what Grandpa Mike Hebrink was wearing, if he was wearing royal blue or navy blue. Cause
where were the loyalties that night?
No, I know you're true navy blue deep down there, Grandpa Mike. So
there you go.
That was a good rivalry with it, you know. Ross Hebrink, and then
Yep.
he had his cousin Nate was up there. So
Yep.
yeah, we clashed quite a few times. So we talk about it and laugh about it now.
Of course, familiar name with the McCray girls head coach and Coach Condon too.
Yep.
Now he was saying, you never lose your jump shot. And have you lost your jump shot, or
yeah,
is it still there?
I think he's full of it, and I think I might have to ask him about that one tonight. We'll see. I know I definitely lost a few inches on my jumper, that's for sure. So I think it becomes more of a set shot as you get older.
There you go. All right, there you go. I like it. Now, you know, speaking of just rivalries, you know, when you think of sports rivalries, and it can be any sport, which one stands out in your mind the most? We'll go with teams at first.
Like you're talking local, our school rivalries.
First
sports.
thing that you know what? First thing that comes into your head. What pops into your head first when you think of rivalry?
Oh, you got to think about the Vikings and the Packers, I suppose.
There you go.
Yeah, it's probably the biggest one around here.
All right, college level.
College level, I mean, the Gophers kind of have some rivalries, but I don't know. They're never really good enough consistently to make it a big one. You know, I'd say UNC Duke is always a good one for
best
college.
Basketball rivalry. That's what I would have said too.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, there's a few good ones out there. Yeah. Villanova, Georgetown, some of those Eastern.
All right, if you could go back
Coast
to
schools.
any, we'll stick with basketball, okay? Basketball era, the kind of the player versus player. If you had tickets to any era, any game, which matchup would you want to see?
Something like maybe, I mean, Kobe versus Garnett would have been a good one.
Okay.
You know, back when the T-Wolves were trying to get out of that Western Conference Finals.
So tough.
That would have been a fun one to go to. You know, Michael Jordan, Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. That'd be a fun venue to see. So,
I just think back Jordan Bird, Jordan Thomas, even Magic Johnson, Say Thomas, and those guys.
Yep.
Anybody versus Jordan, I think,
yeah, you want
would be a good ticket.
You want to see some bigs go at it? You know, Bill Russell and Wilt.
That's true
that'd
too.
Been pretty
go
fun
even
to
farther
see.
back.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, are you ready for Week 2 challenge?
Yep, you better bring it on. Here we go.
All right, so Week 1 finished right in the middle of the pack. You finished with 8. Matt had 10, but Johnson laid an egg. Derek only had 6 for the, we'll call it special guest contestants, you could say. So it's 10, 8, 6.
He's a history minor?
Derek is?
No, I don't.
I don't know. I don't know. Whatever he is, he failed.
All right, what do we got tonight?
All right, so this week, there was, this past week, they had a spelling bee. So what I did for this week in honor of that was I found a 5th grade word, a 6th grade word, a 7th grade word, an 8th grade word, and then one that we'll just call it advanced.
Okay.
1 point for the 5th grade, 2 points if you get the 6th grade, and so on and so on. And then for every letter you get right in the advanced, I'll give you a point for.
All right.
All right.
Let's see what we got.
All right, so here we go. First word, this is, like I say, I pulled this from 5th grade. And I'll say it in a sentence, I'll say what it means, and you get 1 crack to spell it. There is no second chances. As soon as you get a letter wrong, you're done.
Okay.
All right? Here we go. For the 5th grade letter, it is taut. Taut, it's an adjective, meaning tightly drawn, tensely stretched, and in a sentence, his voice was taut with anger. Taut.
So is that different than teaching somebody? T-A-U-G-H-T, taught?
That is teaching somebody.
Oh.
Taut, as in tight, is T-A-U-T.
T. Oh,
Taut.
geez. All right, I'm done already. I'm done already.
Hey, that's just round 1. Well, see, I tried to find words that might be slightly difficult.
I thought about that.
All right, so this would be the 6th grade word. All right, we've got comrades. It's a plural noun, very close friends, companions. Craig and Dean are comrades.
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 Comrades. Let's see, there's silent comrades. There's silent N in there. No, it's comrades. C-O-M-R-A-D-S. Comrades.
See, this is where I knew it would get you guys.
There's a silent N in there?
No,
Oh.
D-E-S.
Comrades. Oh, comrades.
D-E-S
All right,
at
all
the
right.
end.
Jeez,
D-E-S.
these are 6th grade ones?
Right? Hey, these are if I hadn't looked at it, I'd probably
is
be
this
in
your
the same
goal on
boat.
these things, is just to embarrass us or what?
If you talk to Matt about it, he would say yes to that question.
All right, bring on the next one. Let's keep it going here.
7th grade.
Okay.
Chivalrous.
Oh, chivalrous.
It's an adjective marked by a special courtesy, a high-minded, disinterested consideration to a woman.
Chivalry is dead.
Would your better half consider you chivalrous, to use it in a sentence?
Say it one more time.
Chivalrous. Chivalrous.
Chivalrous. S-H-I-V.
Wrong.
C-H-I-V-A-L-R-E-S-S.
Wrong.
Oh.
C-H-I-V-A-L-R-O-U-S.
Oh, wow.
Chivalrous.
Chivalrous. R-O-U. All right. All right.
It's tough.
I thought I was pretty good at spelling, too.
It's tough. All right. So now we've got 7th, 8th grade.
Okay.
Espionage.
Espionage.
Espionage, noun. Obviously, the practice of watching in a stealthy manner for the purpose of secretly obtaining information. To use it in a sentence, espionage during the challenge will not be tolerated. Espionage.
E-S-P-I-O-N-A-G-E.
For 4 points, gets it.
All right.
On the board.
On
Hey,
the
if there's
board.
one to get, it was that one.
All right. They only get harder, huh?
Well, this is the last one. And you get 1 point for every letter you can get.
Okay.
Okay?
You gotta be
I should look up, I should count this up here and kind of give you an idea. 12 possible points.
Okay.
So you know how long the word is. There's your clue. The word is, to go back to the high school football season where Gina had sent this over to Craig and I, onomatopoeia. It's a noun, which is the formation of a word from a sound associated with what it is named. Back in football season, I made the reference, the ball doinked off his helmet or off the ground. Onomatopoeia. 1 point for every letter.
A.
Wrong, done. Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
all right. Onomatopoeia.
O-N-O-M-A-T-O.
Want to get the end of it.
P-O-E-I-A.
You didn't even pronounce that right. Come on.
Onomatopoeia. It's insane, right? I had to bring it back because I know there's people who are going to be watching and listening who are going to get a kick out of that one.
Okay.
Well, you finished with 4.
I don't think I'm winning anything this week.
Well, you never know. You're going against Matt. Who knows how well he might be able to spell. And then Courtney Lindahl is going to be our special guest this week because we've got Dance Line on Saturday.
All right.
So next week the plan is to get a couple of the girls. We're going to switch it up.
Sounds
So a
good.
couple of the players. So what I'm going to do is Craig and I are going to pick a player of the game tonight, pick a player of the game Thursday, and those two will, hopefully before your game, I'll probably try and get them right after school if I can. They'll partake in it next week. Sound good?
That sounds
You
good
get a
to
week
me.
off.
All right. I need it. I need it. That was brutal.
Hey, thanks, Greg. Good luck tonight and
All
the
right,
rest
thank
of this
you.
week. All right.
Appreciate it, Dean. Appreciate
Yep.
it.